I don't read a lot of manga, but I do read some really fucking good manga, and it depresses me to see some of these amazing comics languish in obscurity. Sometimes manga fans get good news. In recent years, shows like Parasite, Ushio and Tora, and of course JoJo have given old school fans hope, but there's still a lot out there that's never made it to the screen. These are the 5 manga that I think would make for amazing anime if only they were given the chance. Number 5. The Drifting Classroom. I was debating whether I should put this or a Junji Ito manga like Uzumaki at number 5, but ultimately I felt like the longer, more intricate story of the Drifting Classroom would make a better TV show. Ito's work, while amazing, is best suited to movies. The Drifting Classroom tells the story of an elementary school ripped out of time by mysterious forces and transported to a bleak, post-apocalyptic wasteland. In short order, the school's faculty is removed from the equation by various disasters, leaving the children to fend for themselves in a cross between Mad Max and the Lord of the Flies. At the same time, the manga deals with the fallout of the school disappearing and the hole that these missing children have left in their parents' lives. The Drifting Classroom is a cult classic, and for good reason. It thrives on a fantastic blend of intrigue, suspense, and drama that makes it ideal for adaptation into an anime series. Number 4. Yotsubato. Kiyohiko Azuma is the man to blame for the moe slice-of-life genre. His young-koma comedy opus, Azumanga Daioh, which chronicles 6 kinda weird high schoolers and their batshit crazy teachers through 3 years of growing up and laughing and occasionally crying, was adapted by JC Staff into the granddaddy of all modern slice-of-life anime. But his newer series, Yotsubato, still hasn't made the leap to animation. Famously so, in fact. Despite anime fans clamoring for an adaptation year after year, he's been adamant that Yotsuba's style of humor just wouldn't work on TV. I'm inclined to call bullshit. There are plenty of awkward, offbeat comedies that have thrived in today's anime marketplace, and with its adorable, iconic characters, Yotsubato is pretty much perfect for today's merch-driven moe scene, which wouldn't normally be a point in its favor, but you can tell Azuma created the characters he wanted to make, not the ones he thought would be the most marketable, and that makes all the difference. Yotsubato is adorable and hilarious and ripe for adaptation. Number 3. Sanctuary. Technically, I'm cheating here, since Sanctuary was made into an OVA, but only 1 episode was ever produced, and it wasn't the best. And Sanctuary is the best, so if an anime based on it isn't the best, then it's not a true adaptation. If you're a fan of House of Cards, Sanctuary will blow you the fuck away. It tells the story of Chiaki Asami, a young politician who aims to do no less than overhaul and revitalize the entire Japanese diet. That's Japan's notoriously entrenched and corrupt governing body, not their food choice. Changing an entire country on a fundamental level isn't an easy task, but Asami has even more tricks up his sleeve than Senator Underwood. See, he's not in it alone. His best friend from childhood is Akira Hojo, Japan's youngest Yakuza Don, who has equally lofty goals for the Japanese crime syndicate. Together they stage an underground coup for the ages, transforming the nation step by carefully planned step, and it is stunning to behold. As an anime, it could easily stack up to the very best thrillers like Monster, and keep viewers coming back week after week for more. Number 2. Spirit Circle. Of all the entries on this list, Satoshi Mizukami's Spirit Circle is perhaps the best primed to become a show. It's relatively new, and its clean, simple art style would be super easy to animate. Its plot is also pretty short and heavily segmented, which would make it a snap to condense into a 24-episode series. Beyond the pragmatic reasons that Spirit Circle should be a show, there's the fact that it's really good. It tells the story of a middle schooler named Futa who falls head over heels for the new transfer student Coco. Unfortunately, she hates him pretty much immediately, and it's not your standard romantic tension kind of hate either. She literally wants to kill him. See, Futa and Coco have a history. 7 lives worth of history, in fact, and way back at the beginning of it all, Futa was a huge dick. Coco wants to destroy his soul to prevent him from ever being reincarnated again, but before she does that, she's going to make him relive everything they went through together so he understands why. It's a brilliant conceit for framing 7 powerfully moving short stories, all of which happen to use different variations on the same characters as they drift in and out of each other's lives. Not only could a Spirit Circle anime pack an emotional punch in just a few episodes, it could do so without ever changing its voice cast. That's a pretty huge deal for a budget show. From its art to its story structure, Spirit Circle is a dream project for any budget-focused animation house, and considering how well it's written, any solid adaptation could become a critical darling. Hell, it would even work as a movie or a theatrical series in the vein of Kara no Kyokai. It's criminal that this manga doesn't have an anime deal yet. I Am a Hero is the Japanesiest zombie manga ever made. Between High School of the Dead, Maho Shoujo of the End, Is This a Zombie, and School Live, that's a pretty damn lofty statement, but I stand by it. Between all those zany, over-the-top takes on the undead, Kengo Hanazawa's horror masterpiece does something so brilliant and simple that it's a wonder no one else did it first. It presents the zombie concept through a filter of Japanese horror. It is a subtle, atmospheric zombie manga in the tradition of Junji Ito, and it works so fucking well. A big part of what makes this manga so good is the protagonist, Hideo Suzuki, a struggling manga artist who spends his days working as an underpaid assistant on a hentai doujin and his nights spooning a shotgun in an effort to ward off incessant night terrors. He is not a healthy or sane man even before the world goes to shit. One of the brilliant things about I Am a Hero is that you actually spend a lot of time getting to know pre-collapse Hideo. A full volume goes by before the zombies even show up, but the manga takes its time dropping subtle hints, letting key characters get bitten off screen, and building intense levels of dread. And once everything goes to shit, it really goes to shit. The virus spreads like wildfire as people fail to comprehend that zombies are no longer human, which is normally pretty annoying for viewers who know what's up, but Hanazawa goes to great lengths to make the confusion understandable. I Am a Hero handles the zombie apocalypse with the same realism as something like Tokyo Magnitude 8, and it's chilling. In real life, when disasters strike, panic is pretty rare. Communities don't break apart, they do everything they can to stay together, which in the case of an epidemic is a really bad idea. People cling to the idea that society will get back to normal, even when it's clear that it won't. Hell, the first thing Hideo does after killing a zombie is go to the police to turn himself in. And of course, we see way too many people die in futility as they try to talk their infected friends and family down. What's worse is that the zombies talk back, but they don't really talk. They just repeatedly spout garbled, automatic phrases that they often use in life, which is way creepier than boring old groaning. These zombies also look terrifying, with black, protruding veins and bulging, bloodshot eyes rendered in graphic detail. Have I mentioned that this manga is pretty? I mean, you can see for yourself, but the art is really goddamn good. Every scene is rendered with the same level of detail as One Punch Man, which makes the horror feel all too real. Just imagining this as a fully animated series gives me chills. The series goes off in some really creative directions that I'd hate to spoil, but suffice it to say it's amazing, and as an anime, I could easily see it becoming a smash hit. Thanks for letting me spew opinions at you for 7 minutes. Hopefully I've introduced you to at least one great manga that you haven't read before, but with only 5 entries on this list, I'm sure I left out some good ones. Leave a comment and let me know what manga you'd most like to see animated. If you enjoy my otaku ramblings, you might like watching What's in an OP, a series where I break down anime openings to uncover the hidden meaning behind their editing and cinematography. Highlighted on the left is my analysis of Gakko Garashi. While I'm not dissecting anime, I analyze and critique video games. If you're interested in hearing my take on Undertale and Until Dawn, click those annotations below and to the right to check those out. And if you're watching this between December 13th and 18th, then I'm presently in the middle of a Metal Gear Solid marathon in support of Child's Play charity. Please come check out the stream at MetalGearMarathon.com, and if you can, throw a bit of money towards a great cause. Also torturing us. The money supports that too. This is Jeff Thu, professional shitbag, signing out from my mother's basement.